August is when a lot of gardeners start putting their tools away for the season. But it's also the last real planting window before frost. And there are 10 vegetables that can still give you a full harvest, if you get the timing right. Let's start with the one that's running out of time the fastest. Number 1. Bush beans. Bush beans are a warm season crop. They need warm soil to sprout and a solid run of warm days to flower and set pods. A single light frost can end the whole planting overnight, which makes this the vegetable on this list with the least room for delay. Most varieties need 45 to 65 days to start producing. Check your first frost date. Your county's cooperative extension office or the farmer's almanac will have it for your area. And don't cut it close. Build in a safety margin of 1 to 2 weeks, since growth slows as the days get shorter and cooler. If your variety needs 55 days and you've only got 60 frost-free days left, that's cutting it thin. 70 to 75 days gives you a much safer window. Sow the seed directly. Beans don't transplant well. They don't like their roots disturbed. Space them per the seed packet and keep the soil moist without letting it get waterlogged, since bean seed can rot in cold, wet ground. Once flowering starts, don't let the plants dry out. A dry spell right then can cause the flowers to drop before they set pods. Provider, Contender, and Blue Lake 274 are dependable varieties that have been garden staples for generations, and there's a reason gardeners keep going back to them. Pick the pods while they're firm, before the seeds inside swell, and pick often. The more you harvest, the more the plant keeps producing. Plant this one too late, and the plant will look perfectly healthy right up until frost. Green, full, no sign of trouble. Then one cold night takes it all at once, and there's nothing to show for the season. That gap between a full harvest and none at all is about 2 weeks, worth marking on the calendar now. The next vegetable has the opposite problem. Not too little time, but too much heat too early in the season. Number 2. Lettuce. If your summer lettuce turned bitter and bolted before you got much of a harvest, that's not a sign you did anything wrong. Lettuce doesn't handle long, hot days well. It responds by sending up a flower stalk, and once that happens, the leaves turn tough and bitter fast. Fall lettuce is a different story because it's heading into cooler weather instead of away from it. The tricky part is getting it to germinate. Lettuce seed can go dormant when the soil is too warm. Some gardeners sow it, water it faithfully, and never see a sprout and assume the seed was no good. Usually it wasn't. It was waiting for cooler conditions. Choose a spot with afternoon shade. Moisten the soil first, sow the seed shallow, and cover the bed lightly to hold moisture and bring the soil temperature down a few degrees. A little shade cloth works well for this. Just don't lay it directly on the soil. Once the seedlings are up and a few inches tall, they'll handle the last of the summer heat much better than they could as bare seed. Stick with leaf lettuce or varieties labeled slow bolt or heat tolerant. Harvest the outer leaves and let the center keep growing, or cut the whole young plant for a baby leaf harvest. Either way, you can be picking in as little as 25 to 30 days. Skip this window and you're back to bagged salad mix from the store, often a week old by the time it reaches the shelf, and it doesn't last more than a few days in the fridge. A fall lettuce picked the same day you eat it is simply a different vegetable. The next one is for anyone who wants a quick, satisfying harvest with very little waiting involved. Number 3. Radishes. Mark today's date, then count 4 weeks ahead. If you sow a fast radish variety now, that's roughly your harvest date. Few vegetables move that quickly. Most round varieties mature in 22 to 30 days. Spring radishes usually run into early summer heat and lose the race. They bolt and the roots turn hollow and sharp. August radishes do the opposite. They start in warm soil and finish in cooling weather, which gives you a crisper root with a milder bite. The one thing to watch is timing on the back end. Radishes don't hold well once mature. Leave them in the ground a few extra days and they can turn woody or hollow. Note your sowing date. check the days to maturity on the packet, and once the shoulder of the root starts showing above the soil, pull one and check it. Sow a new short row every 7 to 10 days instead of planting the whole packet at once, and you'll get a steady supply instead of one large harvest all at once. Cherry Belle is the familiar round red variety most of us grew up with, and French Breakfast, with its elongated red and white shape, is worth trying if you'd like a little variety on the plate. This is about as low risk and quick a win as a fall garden offers, worth planting for that reason alone. The next vegetable only gives you one real chance to get it right, which is exactly what makes it satisfying when it works. Number 4. Cauliflower. Cauliflower doesn't forgive mistakes the way some vegetables do. Broccoli will send up side shoots even if the main head disappoints you. Cauliflower gives you one head, one attempt. A dry spell or a sudden swing in temperature can cause it to form small, early, or loose. Start with a healthy transplant, 5 to 6 weeks old, rather than trying to direct sow this late. Most varieties need 60 to 90 days from transplanting, so check your first frost date before committing. In shorter season areas, early August may already be your last reasonable planting date. Transplant on a cool, cloudy day if you can to ease the shock, and water it in well. A layer of mulch helps keep the soil temperature and moisture more even, and that matters here. Cauliflower does poorly when it swings between dry and soaked. If your variety isn't self-blanching, fold a few outer leaves loosely over the developing head to keep it pale white instead of yellowing in the sun. Check on it every few days, since trapped moisture under those leaves can lead to rot. Harvest while the head is still firm and tight, before the sections start to separate. A few extra days waiting for size can cost you the texture. A firm, white head from your own garden in October is one of the more satisfying things you'll grow all year. It takes real attention to get there. The next vegetable is often misunderstood because most people only know it as one thing, when it's actually giving you 2 harvests. Number 5. Beets. Most gardeners plant beets for the roots and never think twice about the greens, which is a shame because the greens are a harvest in their own right. Young beet greens are edible weeks before the root is ready, similar to spinach, with a slightly deeper, earthier flavor. Just don't strip the whole plant. It needs some leaves left to keep feeding the root below. The root takes 50 to 70 days depending on the variety. Planted now, it germinates in soil that's still warm, then matures through the cooler weeks of fall, which gives you a milder, sweeter beet than one grown through summer heat. One thing that surprises new growers, what looks like a single beet seed is actually a small cluster of seeds. Don't be alarmed when 2 or 3 seedlings come up from one spot. Thin them while young and don't throw away the thinnings. They make good microgreens. Chioggia is an heirloom-style variety worth growing at least once. Slice it open, and instead of solid red, you get rings of pink and white. Watch for the shoulder of the root rising slightly above the soil. That tells you the size without digging it up early. One packet of seed here gives you 2 separate harvests, months apart from the same planting. The next vegetable doesn't just tolerate cold weather, it actually improves because of it. Number 6. Kale. Most vegetables just survive the cold. Kale uses it. When temperatures drop, the plant converts some of its stored starches into sugar to protect its cells, and the result is leaves that are sweeter and more tender than the same plant picked in September heat. Kale pulled in November can taste noticeably different from kale picked 2 months earlier. That's why experienced growers don't rush to clear it before the first frost. They let the cold do some of the work for them. Get it in the ground now, or set out transplants so the plants are established before the real cold arrives. Transplants are the safer bet if your growing season runs short. Lacinato, sometimes called dinosaur kale, gives you long, dark, heavily textured leaves. Red Russian has more tender young leaves with purple stems. Winterbore is a solid choice if cold hardiness matters most where you garden. Harvest by cutting the outer leaves and leaving the center growing point alone. the plant keeps producing new leaves right through fall. Young leaves are fine raw. Larger ones are better sautéed, added to soup, or baked into chips. Just remove the tough center rib first. This is the plant still standing in your garden long after the tomatoes and squash have given out, and it keeps getting better the longer it stands there. If you're finding this useful, a like helps more gardeners come across it. Now, back to the list. Number 7. Carrots. Carrots make you wait before you even see a sprout. The seed is small, sown shallow, and can take 2 to 3 weeks to germinate. In August, that's exactly where most gardeners lose the crop without realizing it. The soil surface dries out in hours under a hot sun, and a half-germinated seed that dries back out simply won't finish the job. The fix isn't one heavy watering. What carrots need is light, steady moisture the whole time they're germinating. Water gently so you don't wash the seed away, then cover the row with damp burlap or a thin board to hold the moisture in. Check it each morning and remove the covering as soon as you see the first sprouts so the seedlings get light. Once they're up, thin them early. Crowded carrots grow bent and stunted because they're competing for room underground. Danvers and Nantes types are reliable choices for fall planting. They hold up well even in soil that isn't perfect. Here's the part that makes the wait worthwhile. Cold weather causes carrots to convert starch into sugar, so a carrot pulled after a few frosty nights tastes noticeably sweeter than one pulled in summer heat. Sweeter, honestly, than anything you'll find in a bag at the store. Number 8. Broccoli. Broccoli has a reputation for being difficult, but the plant usually isn't the issue. The timing is. Planted in spring, it spends weeks building leaves, and then, right when it should be forming a tight head, early summer heat arrives and the head comes in small, loose, and quick to bolt. Fall planting solves that. Set out now, broccoli uses the last of August's warmth to build its stem and leaves, then forms its head during the cooler weeks of September and October, the conditions it actually prefers. Use a transplant rather than direct seed this late in the season. Look for one with 4 to 6 true leaves. Belstar and Calabrese are short-season varieties bred for fall harvest, usually needing 60 to 80 days from transplanting. Check that against your frost date before planting. Cut the main head once it's firm and tight. Don't wait for it to get bigger, since a loosening head is already past its prime. And don't pull the plant after that first cut. Side shoots will keep coming from the leaf joints for weeks, smaller than the main head, but just as good eating. One plant, several harvests. Number 9. Turnips. Most people who say they don't like turnips have only had an old one, left too long in the ground, woody, sharp enough to make you wince. That's not what a young turnip tastes like. Pulled at about golf ball size, it's crisp, mild, and good enough to eat raw. Sown now in soil that's still warm, roots mature in 40 to 60 days as the weather cools, which is what keeps them tender instead of fibrous. Hakurei is a good variety to look for. Small, smooth-skinned, and bred to be eaten young. Like beets, turnips give you 2 harvests from 1 packet. The greens are just as edible as the root, cooked the same way you'd prepare mustard greens with a bit of their own peppery bite. Leave enough leaf on the plant to keep feeding the root underneath. Thin the seedlings early. Crowded turnips put their energy into leaves instead of the root. And don't wait for a bigger turnip. The best one is a young one, pulled at its peak, not left in the ground for size. Number 10. Spinach. A common mistake with spinach is sowing it the moment August starts, while the soil is still hot, then wondering why nothing comes up. Spinach seed doesn't die in warm soil. It simply goes dormant and waits for better conditions. If you water faithfully for 2 weeks and see nothing, that's usually the reason, not a bad batch of seed. Wait for the second half of the month, especially if you're gardening in zone 6 or warmer. Choose a spot with afternoon shade, sow shallow, Water in the evening and cover the row lightly to hold moisture and bring the soil temperature down a few degrees. Once the seedlings are up with a couple of true leaves, the hardest part is behind you, and every cooler night from there works in your favor. Bloomsdale and other slow bolt varieties are dependable choices for this planting. In 25 to 30 days, you'll be picking baby leaves that are more tender and far less bitter than anything grown in spring heat. Miss this window, and there's no second chance until next spring. Spinach doesn't leave the same room for error that some of the others on this list do.
August isn't the end of the growing season. It's the second half of it. Check your first frost date against this list and get something in the ground this weekend. Let me know in the comments what zone you're gardening in and which of these you're planting first. And if this was useful, subscribe. More practical planting advice like this is coming.